Welcome to the session 7th of a first chapter, Computer Networks. So in the last session, we studied about the network architecture. Those are the important topics, TCP/IP and the 7-layer OSI architecture we have studied. That is the definite question. Please go through it very carefully. Okay, so the next topic we are discussing is the implementing a network software. So implementing a network as a software. See, we have to implementing a network. We have to develop one of the program so that we can make it as a workable. Okay. So for writing that software, we use a function called as a socket. Socket is nothing but a application programming interface. What it will do? It will interface, means it will interact between an application, whatever all the application you are using, internet or a Chrome, whatever all the application, and the network. So to with the ISO, and it has to get connected with the actual network. So to build this application, we required one of the programming. That one we call it as a socket. Okay. So the inner definition, if you see, an interface between an application and the network. So that application creates a socket, and creation of the socket is there, attaching the socket to the networking is there, and sending and receiving a message through the socket is there, and closing the socket is there. So this one we study in the form of a program. Okay, that one we have in the lab. So I am skipping that explanation of the program. We can study in the lab program only. So this is also quite important as compared to the programming wise. If you understood this program properly, establishing the connection between one host to the another host, you can develop a network like that. So this one we can study in the lab. So I am skipping that program explanation. Okay, next important topic in the first session only I mentioned that two important from this chapter is a network architecture and the performance. So in the performance wise, we actually deal with the physical layer here. So physical layer means what? It will transfer the data in the form of a zeros and ones, and it will deal with some mechanical and electronic devices. If you are using the any channel, what is the bandwidth, what is its capacity? So those are all the things we have to study. So that one is the physical layer. That one we are studying in the form of a performance. So in the Tenenbaum textbook, they have actually differentiated the physical layer, data link layer separately. They have given the explanation. But in this textbook, what we are referring, in this textbook, like separation of that kind of a layering study, we are not dealing with that. So I will tell you which topic will come under the which layer. So this physical layer, I told you what's the bandwidth, channel calculation, frequency calculation, everything we study here. And what is the performance means, how we can take that this network is a good one. So in general, what the requirements, the network has to be very fast, and it has to take a less memory, and there should not be any collapse of a packet. Such kind of a network requirement is there. As a user now, such kind of a requirements we need. So what are all the, as a technically we are studying, what are all the main impact that affect the network performance is the bandwidth and the latency. So these are all the two fundamental ways that will affect the performance of a network. So what do you mean by the bandwidth? Bandwidth is the, we also call it as the throughput. It's the number of bits that can be transmitted over the network in a certain period of time. So if you take any one of the channel, okay, if you take a fiber optics, optical copper wire, so in this one, how many number of bits I can be transmitted in this within a particular time I will take the 1 second, 1 second to the maximum how many bits I can transfer, that is called as the bandwidth. Okay, so if the larger number of a bandwidth is there, if we consider the width as the bandwidth, so this will take a 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 bit like this. If the bandwidth is very high, so we can transfer the maximum number of data. So this is the bandwidth, this is the bandwidth. So when you keep on increasing the bandwidth, the maximum number of bits we can transfer in a particular channel. So that is the bandwidth. Bandwidth, number of bits that can be transmitted over the network in a certain period of time. So how usually we call? So if we say bandwidth is equal to 10 million bits per second means, so within a 1 second I can transfer 10 millions of data bits in form of ones and zeros. So there is one example. See this diagram. Within a 1 second I am sending 10 bits of data. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the upper wave is 1 and the lower wave is the 0. In a wave wise, if you see, okay, the upper will be the 1 and this lower will be the 0. That is in the digital form we are sending the data, digital form in zeros and 1 form. Upper wave 1, lower wave is the 0. So like that, within a 1 second we are sending the 10 bits of data. So for 1 bit what's the time it will take? So 1 bit how we can calculate? So for 1 divided by the 1 second, 1 second is equal to the, this is the thing, 1 divided is equal to 1 divided by 1 second is 1, 2, 3. So 1 lakh thousand, so 1 divided by this thing, it will be is equal to 1 microsecond. Micro is measured in the form of a 10 to the power of minus 6. So you have to remember this notation. I have written here few. You can pause the video and you can take a picture of this one. So the maximum we will take with the 10 to the power of 9, we call it as the giga. In the G, it is represented in the form of G. In decimal, what's the number? And M, capital M, 10 to the power of 6. And 10 to the power of 3 is kilo, 1000. And 10 to the power of 2, hecto, H, small h. 10 to the power of 1, deca, 10. So 10 to the power of 0, nothing, it is nothing but 1. And 10 to the power of minus 3, small m, that is the milli. 10 to the power of minus 6, that we represented with the mu micro, and this value 10 to the power of minus n nano, 10 to the power of minus 12 pico. So these are all the units you have to remember for next problems. Okay, so this is the bandwidth. Within a given time, the number of bits that can be transmitted. So bandwidth can be represented in a different way also. How means this is the question they are asking the many times in the KSET net objective kind of a question. Telephone line frequency wave from the 300 hertz to the 3000 hertz. So what is the bandwidth means? How we can calculate when the upper band and the lower band is given, means to the minimum I can take 300 bits of data, and to the upper band I can give the 3300 bit of data. So how we can give the bandwidth means upper frequency minus lower frequency is the 3000 hertz, means telephone wire carry 3000 bits of data within a 1 second. So this is about the bandwidth. So the next factor that will affect the performance is the latency. Latency is nothing but how long it will take message to travel from one end to the another. So from here to here, for a transfer this message, how much time it will take to reach the particular destination. This is called as the latency. We also sometimes we call it as the delay, and we also call this one as the time taken. Okay, these three terms are the same. We will be using in a different way, but these are all the same meaning. The time taken to transfer a message from one end to the another. This is called as the latency. So there is a RTT is also there. RTT is nothing but a round trip time. See, one way of a transmission from P1 to the P2, to travel the message in one way, that is called as the latency. Okay, the same message to travel back to the same point. So from this direction and this direction, total time, that is called as the RTT, round trip time. Two-way kind of a communication is there. For that one we have the RTT. Some calculation they will give the latency, and some calculation they will give the RTT. So how we can tell? RTT is nothing but the 2 times of the latency. Okay, latency nothing but a time taken to travel. So there are three components that the latency can be measured, and we can write the formula for the latency. There is a node expansion of that formulas direct. For they have given the formulas, derivation is not there. So three components that will affect the latency time taken means the speed means in what speed the packet is moving. So this one example I will give it as the speed of a light. Speed of a light, we know what is the speed of a light is equal to 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second in vacuum. Means what? It will travel within 1 second, it will travel a 3 into 10 to the power of 8 meter. This is the speed of a light. Light is, if you take it as a one of the unit of data, like that. So this is the speed of a message, and a time taken to transmit a unit bit of data. What's the time it will take from to transfer 1 unit of data, and a queuing delay, if there is any congestion, if there is a delay of the packet. So these three factors will affect the latency. So latency, the formulas that are given, these are all the same thing but in a different contents. So latency can be measured in the with the propagation plus transmit time plus the queuing time. This is the one of the formula. And the propagation time, then it can be calculated. Propagation time or nothing but a traveling time, it can be calculated by distance, means the length of the wire from one point to the another point, and the speed of the light, distance and the speed of the light, it can be calculated the time. And the transmission time, it is also calculated by size of a packet and divided by the bandwidth. So if they ask for the bandwidth, we can use this formula. If they ask for the distance and speed of a light, we can use this formula. These are all the three same thing only, time taken to the travel. So this is the formula. You can pause the video and take this formulas here. Great. So based on this formula, we will try to solve the few example. So first one, to fetch a 25 megabyte of data in a bandwidth of 10 megabits per second, what is the transmission time they have given? So transmission time, the previous formula we have taken transmission size divided by the bandwidth. What is the size? size they have given it as the 25 megabyte. See, one thing you have to observe here, byte will be mentioned in the form of a capital letter and bits will be measured in the form of a small letter. So 1 byte is equal to how much? 8 bits. So to convert the byte into the bits, we will multiply this with the into 8. Okay, once again I am repeating. To convert the byte into bits form, we will multiply the data into 8. Why? 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So size is equal to 25 into mega. Mega means 10 to the power of 6 into 8 bits. See, the notation is changed. And the bandwidth they have given is that 10 Mbps. See, small b means the bits form. That's why 10 into 8 is not necessary. 10 into 10 to the power of 6. So if we calculate 10 to the power of 6, 10 to the power of 6 and 5 2s, 5 5s, 2 1s, 2 4s, 5 into 4, nothing but 20 seconds transmission time. So to travel to fetch a 25 megabits, it will take a 20 seconds. To fetch a 25 megabits, it will take a 20 seconds. Okay, this is the transmission time. So continuing, the next topic is delay into bandwidth. So delay nothing but a time or latency, and the bandwidth is nothing but a throughput. So what this multiplication product will give you, it will give you the actual value, that is the maximum number of bits that could be transmitted through a pipe at a given instant. So this one is the bandwidth and this one is the delay. If you take it as the time to take in, so volume it can be given in the bandwidth into the delay, it will give you the value. So when you multiply these two, it will tell you to the maximum how many number of bits I can fit into this channel, that is the delay into bandwidth. Example, one example we can take here. A transcontinental channel, one of the channel. So one of the channel, transcontinental channel with one-way latency of 50 millisecond and the bandwidth is 45 megabits per second. Calculate how many bits fit in time. So latency, this is the latency they have given, 550 millimeter per second. Bandwidth, calculate the how many bits fit in a time. So direct substitution is there. So we can calculate volume is equal to bandwidth into the latency they have given. Latency is nothing but a delay I mentioned. Bandwidth is, what's the bandwidth? 45 into mega 10 to the power of 6, that is multiplied by the latency. What's the latency? 50 into milli means 10 to the power of minus 3 seconds. Okay, so when you multiply these two, 45 into 50, this one it will give you 2.25 into 10 to the power of 6 bits can hold. So at that time, at a 1 second, it can hold a 2.25 into 10 to the power of 6 bits it can hold. Okay, so the next kind of a problem, same way, when the RTT is considered. Once RTT is nothing but a two-way kind of a distance they have given, means how we can calculate, same way only. Example, a dial-up channel, your telephone channel, have given the bandwidth of a 56 kbps and RTT is 87 microsecond. This is also same way we just multiplied bandwidth into the RTT, direct RTT they have given bandwidth 56 into kilo means 10 to the power of 6 into 87 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So when you calculate this one, you will get 4872 into 10 to the power of minus 3. That one it can be approximately, we write it as 5 bits. Okay, you can use the calc and verify 4878 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Approximately we can call it as the 5 bits. So similarly, for a wireless LAN, we have to calculate the volume. Given the bandwidth 554 Mbps and RTT 0.33 microsecond, simply multiply what is the bandwidth they have given, 54 into mega. So sorry, this one kilo is nothing but 10 to the power of 3 it will come. Cross verify 10 to the power of 3. So kilo mega here 10 to the power of 6 bits per second, that is multiplied by RTT 0.33 micro is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 6. So this one it will give you, calculate this one, 17.82 approximately we will consider it as the 18 bits. For kilo it is 10 to the power of 3. So 10 to the power of minus 6 and 10 to the power of 3 means it will give you 10 to the power of minus 3. So simply we can calculate, when they ask for the value, multiply the bandwidth and the latency time. Okay, so these are the quite important problems. Another problem they have given in the exam, and it's quite important. In the exam they have given twice or thrice. What's the question? Consider a point-to-point link 2 km in a length, given the latency. So distance latency is 2 km. K is nothing but 10 to the power of 3. At what bandwidth would propagation delay at a speed of 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meter per second? Speed they have mentioned, we have taken here 10. Equal transmit delay for 100 byte packets. Size they have given 100 byte of calculate. So we have to calculate the bandwidth. So from the previous formula, we make use of these two formula, propagation time and the transmission time. So we have transmission time is equal to size divided by bandwidth. So we need to calculate the bandwidth. So bandwidth is equal to size divided by transmit time. Transmit time, how we can calculate? Transmit time is equal to distance divided by speed. See, this one we have taken distance divided by speed. What's the distance? Distance is 2 km. 2 into 10 to the power of 3. Speed they have given 2 into 10 to the power of 8. So 2 get cancelled. If you take 10 to the power of 3 in 20 to the power of minus 8, so we can write it as 10 into 10 to the power of minus 6, which will be the 10 microsecond. Okay, so basic mathematics, 10 to the power of 3 into 10 to the power of minus 8, I represent in the form like this. It will be 10 microsecond. So calculating of the bandwidth we have given is the size divided by the transmission time. What's the size? 100 byte they have given. So 100 into 8. Time we have calculated here 10 microseconds. 10 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So when you cancellate everything, 10 10 which is equal to 80 into, when you take this one upper, 10 to the power of 6, it will become 10 to the power of 6 means 80 megabits per second. So the bandwidth 80 megabits per second. Okay, this is the important problem. In the exam they have asked that twice and thrice.